Like I said, I want you to pay attention to all the colors they're using. See if it makes the story stand out a lot more if you include all of those colors. The crayon box that talked. While walking in a toy store the day before today, I overheard a crayon box with many things to say. I don't like red, said Yellow, and Green said, nor do I. And no one here likes orange, but no one knows just why. We're a box of crayons that doesn't get along, said Blue to all the others. Something here is wrong. Well, I bought a box of crayons and took it home with me and laid out all the colors so the crayons could all see. They watched me as I colored with red and blue and green and black and white and orange and every color in between. So she's using all of the colors. They watched as green became the grass and blue became the sky. The yellow sun was shining bright on white clouds drifting by. Look at all the detail she's putting in her picture. Colors changing as they touched, becoming something new. They watched me as I colored. They watched till I was through. And when I'd finally finished, I began to walk away. And as I did, the crayon box had something more to say. Look how happy they all look now. They didn't look happy in the beginning. I do like red, said Yellow, and Green said, so do I. And Blue, you were terrific, so high up in the sky. We are a box of crayons, each one of us unique. But when we're together, the picture is complete. The end. So, boys and girls, as you work on your story today, I want you to be thinking about all of those different colors that were in the story. So if I were to make a story about going to the park, Cadence, would I color the tree green and the grass green and myself green and the dog green? Is that how I would tell the story the best way?
No.
How could I use all of my colors that I know to make my story the best that I can?
Because all those colors are the things that you need and the things that you need to make your story.
Exactly. So as you are making your story, boys and girls, I want you to think, should I add more color? Or do you think if I added this to this picture, it could help me tell the story better? So I want you guys to watch me as I start. I am going to tell you a story about how I went to the park and everything I saw. I'm going to use green for the grass. Now, I want you guys to tell me, does this look more like grass or does this? Paige, can I have you unmute? Paige, do you think grass has more spiky lines or is it just flat?
Flat.
Flat? So I guess it would really depend on what we were talking about, right? If I wanted to show little pieces of grass, maybe there's like bushes. That might help tell it, but then I might have this grassy hill, right? So really, it would depend on the story. Maybe I have some grass over here where my dog can play. But then I also have this grassy hill, maybe where I can play some baseball or something. So I'm adding lots of details to my pictures. You guys see that? Lots of details. Now, Eli O, can I have you unmute? Eli, if I wanted to tell this story the best way that I can, what color do you think I should use for the sky?
White.
White for the sky. And then how could I add details up here to help people know that this is the sky? What should I add?
Add more stuff.
So if you were drawing a picture of the sky, what would you add? Can you guys help me tell this story?
Make a lot of details, and then you make a lot of like things in your story.
So should I draw myself floating in the sky?
No, like you're playing outside and then you're having fun.
Okay, so where should I go in the picture? Should I be floating up in the clouds?
No.
Where should I be? Tell me when to stop.
Right there.
Right here? Okay. So I'm going to start drawing me. And notice that I'm using different colors. I'm going to use different colors to show the clothes and maybe like a shirt, hair. So instead of just using one solid color, you're going to help tell your story a lot better if you use all the color crayons from the box. So I'm going to get out my crayon. And I'm going to make sure that I add lots of details. So here I am. And I'm going to have my eyeball here, and my nose, and my smiley face. But I need brown hair. And maybe I should add a purple dress. You guys see how I didn't just color the whole thing brown or the whole thing black? I want to add some more details to my picture. So I'm going to make sure it's my very best. And then I don't want to forget arms. So I have my arms. And my hands. I think I'm going to add some clouds in the sky. So Eli, can you tell this is the sky now?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have the sun over here. So do you see how I'm using all the colors from the crayon box and not just using one color? That's going to help your story come to life even more. I should probably add my dog, and I should probably add maybe some of the stuff that's at the park, some of the playground equipment, but that it might take me a little bit longer. So you guys will have today to start adding details to your pictures, and tomorrow when you're with Miss Cheatham, okay? While you are working on this, I want you to ask yourself, am I using the colors from the crayon box, or am I just using one color the whole time? If you are using one color the whole time, I want you to really challenge yourself to look in your crayon box and add more colors. Then I want you to be able to tap out your picture. That's going to show me that you know what your story is about. So I could say, this right here is the long grass where I'm going to take my dog to the park. This grass is a lot smoother because it's part of a baseball field. I have this pink dress on, and it's a really nice day out, and I can tell because There's beautiful white clouds and the sun is shining. So do you guys see how I could tell my story as I pointed to everything? That's what I want you guys to do when you are working on your story. So you're going to get your book out, find a new clean page that has nothing on it, and I want you to start telling a story with lots of details, lots of colors, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead and get started. You guys are gonna have your videos off and your microphones muted, but if you have questions, go ahead and use the raise hand button and we can talk. So now I'm adding my dog. And I just bought him a brand new leash, and that leash is blue. So I'm gonna make sure that I add lots of details. I'm also going to add some birds. And now I'm gonna take my blue crayon because I wanna fill this whole thing up with color. I'm gonna take my blue crayon and I'm going to start filling in the back because it's a beautiful blue sky for today in my story. Thank you so much for sharing, Cruz. Petra, can I have you share your screen and unmute and tell us what you're adding to your picture to show more details and more colors?
Share my picture, please. Just call my teacher. Sarah.
You're unmuted, but the video's not working. There we go. Okay, so that's where it is. Hold it up to the page.
Ooh, that looks awesome. Can you tell me about it? Can you tell the story by pointing to each of the parts of your picture, just like I did?
So this is Magic, my cat. This is me. And I took him to the park and we were playing with his toys. We were gonna play with the ball and we had fun.
Awesome job. Boys and girls, did you see how Petra pointed to everything in her story and explained what it was? That is showing that she can add details to her pictures. So Petra, keep working super hard on that. I'm so proud of you. That looks amazing. Deleza, can I have you show
I'm
yours?
already done with mine.
Go ahead and unmute and you can tell us all about your picture.
This is my picture.
Go ahead and point to everything
We
on
went
your
camping.
picture. Camping?
We went camping and we make s'mores.
Yum. I love s'mores. Look at all those colors you use. That is a very detailed story. Thank you for sharing, Deleza. Keep working hard. It does look like some of you got a picture book. That's good. Mason, will you please unmute and show what you have started? Nicholas, can I see your book? Oh, Mason, I will have you go after Nicholas, okay? Go ahead and get your book.
Didn't draw anything.
You haven't drawn anything yet? So how can I help you get started on your story? Nicholas, how can I help you
I
get
don't
started
know.
on a story?
I don't
What
know.
kind of things do you like?
I'm thinking of a Dash. I have a dog named Dash.
Dash. So how about you start with your picture of you and Dash? That would be a great start, and you can show me all the
It's
different colors.
Ash.
Oh, Ash. Okay. Can you?
ASH.
Nice job.
Ash.
That was perfect. So Nicholas, how about you start that on your story? Does that sound like a good idea? Awesome. I can't wait to see this. Tomorrow, when you are with Miss Cheatham, I want you guys to show her your book and how much details you've added to it. Mason, go ahead and unmute. Mason, go ahead and
Teacher, I
unmute.
cannot turn on my camera.
Okay, I'll help you turn it on in just a little bit, but right now I'm gonna have Mason turn his on so he can show us.
Hurry up and come finish this.
Do you want to hold up your picture so we can see what you've done so far? Cadence, while he's working on his, will you show yours?